Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Garage Reviews, and today we are in a bit of a hurry. And the reason why that is because we are headed off to Chandigarh right now, because my sources tell me that there is a new Bentley in Chandigarh and we are gonna go check that car out today in this video. And that is why we have the Honda CBR prepped ready right now. It has been turned on. The engine is now warm. By the way, talking about the CBR, I did get new indicators for the bike for the front. They have a new flush design now, which I think looks better than the previous ones. And I'm sorry that the bike is filthy right now because it rained last night, and rain really does tend to mess up cars and bikes. So excuse me for that, but right now we are in a hurry, so let's get moving. So we have reached the location just on time, because you can see the car is being unloaded right now, as you may see. Now for the part that all of you must have been waiting for, and the title of the video, as you all know, is the top 5 features of the Bentley Flying Spur. We're going to start off with outside the car, and first off I want to talk about the headlamps of this car. As you can see, we have the crystal Bentley headlamps. These are not headlamps, these are a piece of art. Amazing looking headlamps. Seriously, I mean, name me a better looking headlamp structure than this one. I'm actually gonna wait. Found it? None, right? It has to be the Bentley Flying Spur. Not just the Bentley Flying Spur, but any Bentley really. The second feature has to do with the Bentley logo. As you can see in the front side, you cannot see any kind of Bentley logo. Not over here, not over here, not over here. On the side you do, on the alloy wheels of this car, as you can see, we have the Bentley logo. Even on the rear side of the car, if we move on over here, you can see we have the Bentley logo over here. But nowhere in the front would you see a Bentley logo of this car. Well, that is because we actually have the Bentley ornament over here. As you can see right now, the ornament has been concealed inside the car. No, not hidden, because it's a Bentley. It has to be a fancy English word. It's concealed inside the car, as you can see. So right now it's just written Bentley over here, but as soon as we unlock this car from the Bentley key, obviously the Bentley logo pops out of its small little structure really slowly and glides out on the car. And the bigger feature is, this is actually illuminated. When you drive this car in the night, when the headlamps of the car are turned on, the Bentley logo, as you can see, we have lights over here, over on this side, over on the other side as well. This Bentley ornament actually lights up at night, which gives this car a very illuminating look, which is just truly awesome. Alright, so next up, once again outside the car, because it's a Bentley obviously, many of the features are not only inside but outside as well. So we're going to talk about the rear side now, and specifically the trunk of this car. So if you talk about opening this trunk, we actually have 3 ways. First is inside the interior of the car, there's a button to open the trunk. Second is on the key fob itself. When you press and hold this button, the trunk opens. And last but not the least, we actually have a request sensor giver over here. But if you see around this car, underneath over here, there is no kind of sensor here. Even underneath over here, there is no kind of button. There is no kind of actual button like anywhere on the trunk of this car. Well, that's actually because the button is the B of the Bentley itself. When you press it, as you can see, the trunk of this car automatically opens. Obviously, being a Bentley, it opens itself. It's an electronic tailgate, and you can close it from this button itself. That is amazing. The way they've integrated a lot of things in the car really just makes you fall in love with this car over and over again. Now that's a small attention to detail in this car. Another thing that a lot of people may not notice about this car is that, as you can see on the Bentley ornament, if you see, it's a B from this side. When you come on to the fender of this car, as you can see, this air vent, which is actually fake, but this is meant to be the Bentley B. Once again, a key attention to detail. Not a lot of people know about this, but the ones who do, they really do appreciate these small little things which make a car go from this level to this one. Okay, so finally moving inside the car, now we want to talk about the displays. That display is something we're going to talk about later on. This is the display we actually want to talk about, because this is a Bentley. This is a chauffeur-driven car. So maybe a lot of the times who actually have a driver or chauffeur, and most of the people who own these cars do, they will spend their most of the time in the rear seats in this one or the one that I'm sitting on right now. And so the controls of the car have to be given in the rear seat as well. And that is given through this display. As you can see, the passenger of this car actually has a whole plethora of features such as the media, climate, seats, blinds, lighting, navigation, car settings, sound settings, and the actual settings of the display as well. So this is a great feature, but what makes it even further good is that you can actually remove this display. Press this button and the display pops out like a small little mobile phone, and you can use this display however you like. Once again, a great comfort feature. You don't have to actually move forward to control the display, just bring the display to you. Now, another great thing about this car is that it's actually magnetic. When you want to put this back, just place it into its holder and it magnetically glides back into its place. Last but not the least, the fifth amazing feature of the Bentley Flying Spur has to do with this display. Amazing display, very responsive to the touch. You can use it however you want. Really nice animations, and the attention to detail once again is really nice because it's not a generic car, not even any Bentley other car. It's the Bentley Flying Spur, as you can see in the display. Really cool. But the actual feature I want to talk about is related to the rotating display. That's right, this car is not equipped with it, because the reason for that is that feature alone costs 20 lakh rupees. 20 lakh rupees, that's, I could actually buy a new luxury car for that amount of money. But it's a Bentley, and the price you pay for a rotating display is 20 lakh rupees. Now what exactly happens in a 20 lakh display is that it is actually a three-dimensional display. First, in which you get this display, but then you can press a button and the display actually rotates inwards to present you with three different dials, in which one shows you the time and two other dials showing you some other things. And then last but not the least, if you press that button again, the display then again rotates to show you the third dimension, which is actually the same continuous dashboard that you get in this car. For example, if you see this wood texture, the third dimension of this rotating display would be the same wooden finish, so that the dashboard of this car seems unbroken. Really a very amazing feature. This car is not equipped with it because it costs 20 lakh rupees, but that feature alone is amazing. And so those are 5 amazing features of the Bentley Flying Spur, but we're still not done with the video because there is one thing that I want to show you about this car, and that has to do with the driving modes in this car. It's not exactly a feature, but it's just the Bentley way of doing it. You remember when I was in the front of the car showing you about the ornament and I said it's actually concealed and not hidden because it's like the Bentley way? Similarly, when you come into this car and we talk about the driving modes of this car, we actually have 4 driving modes in this car. And out of those 4, one is Bentley. I mean, I heard of sport. We even have sport mode in this car, as you can see. I've heard of comfort, and we have comfort mode in this car. I've heard of custom or like dynamic, in which you can control or individualize everything according to you. But what is Bentley? This is actually the normal mode of this car. And Bentley, being Bentley, didn't want to call it just normal mode because this is not a normal car. And that's why the normal mode in this car is the Bentley mode. And so that was all for this video. We talked about the 5 amazing features of the Bentley Flying Spur. We talked about 2 quirks of the Bentley Flying Spur. And that's all I had to say for this video. First of all, before ending, I would once again like to thank Supercars Punjab Haryana page, who were the people responsible for providing me with this car, for making this video possible. A very special thanks to them. You can check out their page in the description down below. And that's all for this video, guys. If you did like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think about this video, what your favorite feature about the Bentley Flying Spur has been. Share this video as much as you can, and a subscribe to this channel would go a long way because it gives me motivation to create more such content just like this for you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.